YouTube, what's going on? I am the Almighty Wolf Soap Kicks 14. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for checking me out. When you get a chance, hit that like button and sub up to the channel. Alright. So let's just get right into it. I know the Air Jordan 1 Chicago, aka Lost and Found, is dropping on November 19th, which is maybe 2.5 weeks away. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a pair, even though it's rumored to have at least 500,000 pairs be released to the public. And with the recent, links to people showing there's a bunch of backdooring going on, I said to myself, let me go through my collection right quick and make sure that I'm okay with the possibility of not getting a pair. Now, I do want them because the Chicago Air Jordan 1 is my all-time favorite Air Jordan 1 colorway of all time. Right under that is probably going to be the black toe, and then under that will be the bread, and then Shadow, Royal, and then UNC. If I didn't mention it, they're just not up there with it, okay? So right now I'm going to go through my collection of Chicago colorway Jordans. But first I want to point out this honorable mention. If you do not know about the Nike Big High, I don't know what else to tell you. You might want to do some research. This is pre-sneaker YouTube and Complex and Soul Collector. This is predating everything that we know now as the sneaker culture. These released in 2009. I forget how much they were. I think they might have been like $125. They may have been less than that. I probably didn't pay that much. I don't have the receipt in front of me, but these were inexpensive. When I say the Chicago color blocking is my favorite, and I've had these for a long time, so anytime I see separation, I just try to glue it back together and just keep it moving, because these are very comfortable. For this shoe to be as old as it is, very, very comfortable. These shoes were inspired by, of course, the Chicago Air Jordan 1 High back in the, I want to say 94. They might have been inspired by the 94 pair. But anyway, this is Spike Lee's famous glasses on the tongue. OG laces. The leather is, but it's a very comfortable shoe. And the fit on these is very different from what we get now with the Nike Dunks. All right. So I just wanted to make these my honorable mention before I go into the rest of my sneakers. Again, this is the Nike Big High from 2009. Although they've started separating, I've had to re-glue them. These are my favorite beaters. When I go overseas, I'm definitely wearing these. The next shoe that I want to showcase in my Chicago Air Jordan 1 collection, you've seen these on the channel. These are the Jordan Legacy 312 lows. Just want to point out again, the leather quality around the toe cap is very nice. The white leather is not that great, but a very dope shoe, very nice touch. And homage to the Air Jordan 1 Chicago colorway. All right. These kind of remind me of the 2015 type of leather material. So when I first saw them hit the internet, I think it was Sneaker Bar Detroit or something like that, I said, I have to have these. Because the one Chicago Air Jordan 1 that came out in 2015, like the low OGs, those cost thousands to grab, and I'm gonna just wait for the retro. But yeah, Jordan 1 Legacy 312 in the Chicago colorway. Next shoe we have here is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Golf Chicago. The closest that I have ever had to the OG Chicago Lows from 2015. You've seen me review these as well on my channel. If you're not familiar with my channel, go and check it out. Very quick video. Did it on foot. Yeah. This sole is very thin. I did wear these to go play some golf in. They were comfortable, but they are not a 8 to 10 hour a day type of shoe. But a very nice touch and homage to the Air Jordan 1 Chicago. Alright. Next shoe we have here is the Air Jordan 1 Mid in the Chicago colorway. Only difference is it's a mid and the vamp area is black instead of your white. These are like a true white instead of the sail. I bought these laces myself to go in these because the black laces to me were kind of boring, and I think these really make them pop. Found these at Shoe Palace for like 140, I think, just on the humbug. I did a video on these as well, but we're not going to go through the whole rigmarole. But these are a must-have. I've seen people customize them and change this out for white, but I just don't want to do that. I don't think it's necessary. Yep. Air Jordan 1 Mid with the black vamp. Let's go. Next one is probably one of my favorite pickups of 2021. Is the Air Jordan 1 AJKO. Chicago. OG laces. The price wasn't that bad on these. I was like, y'all asleep. Why would you not grab a pair of Chicago AJKOs? Like, these are fire. You know, probably because they can't do nothing with this heel. And shout out to those who, you know, painted the heel red on those other Air Jordan 1 Chicago mids that had the white vamp but had a white patent leather heel. These are fire. I have not worn them yet, except for the try-on, and I cannot wait to bust these out. Like I said, man, just in case I don't get a pair of the Lost and Founds, I really can't be too mad, but I still need them. Facts. Now these right here are some of my favorite Air Jordan 1 Chicagos that I own. One of my favorites. Everybody slept on these when these dropped back in, I want to say 2015, 2016. I think people were upset about the midsole, but listen, how many times will you ever see a shoe that Michael Jordan actually wore be released to the public for 160 bucks? If you don't know the history behind this shoe, before you say something is trash and whack and all that, listen, bro, there was no Air Jordan 2 when Michael Jordan wore these. It was just the Nike Python type midsole. We all know why he had to change out the cup sole for this right here. And there are pictures. You can Google it. Michael Jordan wore these. This is really like a prototype PE sample that people slept on. Now these are a size 13. However, they fit good enough for me to wear just as much as if they were a size 14. Now, I did try to go back and get a size 14, but everybody's taxing thousands of dollars. So my whole thing is, if this is such a bad shoe, why is it almost impossible to purchase for less than $400 on the black market? One of my favorite Chicago Air Jordan 1s ever. And I have the black and red version. I also have a black and blue version, but this is my favorite. Like, they did everything right. Even the off-white, yellowish tongue, Nike Air. Just all around dope. I think people slept, and now they wish they had a pair. On to the next shoe. Now this shoe right here, I'm gonna stop all the ranting and raving and just tell y'all, I made this video to give more light to this shoe right here. This is my own personal custom. So let me show you what the original shoe was. The Air Jordan 1 High Retro OG, black gem red, size 14. These are the bloodlines. I shouldn't have to tell you how those looked. All right. I did a custom back in 2020 that didn't get a lot of traction. So I'm going to showcase them because this is my all-time favorite. Even with the previous shoe. These right here they kind of remind me of what we're all hoping to get next month. I'll leave that up to you to say what's what, but in my honest opinion, these right here, they really remind me of the Lost and Founds. Bro, this is some of my best work. This is some of my best work, bro. This is a 2, almost 3-year-old custom. All hand painted. You know, of course I kept I changed this out to be black. I wanted it to look as vintage as possible. Fam, this is kind of what they're trying to do with this Lost and Found shoe. And there are probably tons of others who feel the same way about their customs. I bought additional laces because, you know, when you buy from Nike during the pandemic, you don't always get all of your laces, right? Fam, this is my favorite custom out of my entire collection, besides the one that I'm currently working on. Very nice leather. Probably the best leather on here is probably the white part. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, these bloodlines were bought during the pandemic, and I just I said, you know what, they're not doing the bloodline 2.0, so let me just go ahead and do my own custom. So these are actually chili red. The bottom is gem red, but this is primarily either it's a mixture of fire red and chili red. All right, fam, y'all can't tell me, even if I don't get a pair of Lost and Founds, that I'm still winning. Because these are very fire. Look at the wing. You can't tell me, bro. You can't tell me nothing. Even if I don't get the Lost and Founds, it's going to be hard for me to be too mad. Because these are absolute fire. I started to also take some fusion reds and do the same thing, but I said that's kind of excessive. What do you guys think about my custom? What y'all think? Y'all think these are up there with the Lost and Founds, or y'all just hell bent on getting Lost and Founds? That concludes our collection video / rant. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, be sure to put them down in the comments. I'll get to them when I get to them. Y'all be safe out here. Let me know if you guys are going to go for the Lost and Founds. I'm hoping to not pay over retail. Maybe one of these apps will let me be great this year. Because at some point, I do plan to leave the sneaker game and just wear what I have, and when stuff starts to tear and when it's time to let it go, I can let it go, just grab something else and just kind of walk into the sunset with every shoe that I've ever wanted. There's a few that I still want, like of course, the Lost and Founds and the Air Jordan 2s, but a lot of the other ones, they're not very popular, so I'm just gonna have to wait it out. But yeah. All right, you guys. Deuces.